Rabbi, do you have a question for us today?
Oh, we have lots of questions that have come in, and please continue sending your questions. We love them. This one is for you, Aleeza. Are you famous or something? Why are they asking you questions?
Is that the
This question said, yes. I've been single for over a year now, and I've met a few men on various dating sites. A couple of times, when the man seems really into me and tells me he wants to see me again and will call me, I never hear back from them. Am I not good at reading these men? I don't know what to do or believe anymore.
So if this has happened multiple times and you didn't get that message, like they're probably not going to call you back, they're just being polite about it, then I would say, yes, you're not good at reading people. I hope that's not rude to say, but it's true if it's happened multiple times. If you wrote in and you're like, it just happened once, I don't know, it doesn't normally happen. I'd be like, no, of course not, you're fine. But if you're not seeing those cues, then you're missing something. So the question is, what aren't you seeing or what don't you know? And the truth is a lot of people miss things, not because it's your fault. Sometimes on the other side, people are hidden. Right? So they don't actually reveal what they're actually thinking or feeling. They go along, they have a nice date. Oh, it looks fine. Yes, sir. We'll be in touch. I'll give you a ring sometime. So the "we'll be in touch" is usually a blow off. I'll give you a ring sometime. That's also a blow off. If they would say something like, I really had a nice time, I'd love to take you out again, they're going to call you. Okay. I'd be shocked if they said, I had a nice time and I'd love to take you out again, right? If they didn't actually follow up. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. I also think that it's not always about you. So often people say it's about you, but you're only 50% of the story here.
Yeah.
There's somebody else, and it could have nothing to do with you. It could be that they're not ready or they're not, they're just whatever.
Yeah. It's true.
We do live in a world of equality. I have a challenge for this. Why can't you call him back?
Oh, Rabbi, come on. Come on.
I'm just asking.
Come on. We'd like for him to be a gentleman. Why can't the men, they need to man up. We would like them to man up and call. Because if I call him back, then I look desperate. Why am I calling? He said he was going to call me. Why do I have to call?
But you have nothing to lose. Right now, you asked us a question.
I do.
It sounds like
I have my dignity to lose.
The guy hasn't called you back.
But he said he was going to call. So why do I have to call? I need to remind you. I left such an impression that I need to remind you to call me. Really? I think that's called not interested.
But it's not always about you.
Okay. Listen, somebody's sick. There was an emergency. There was a work crisis. Okay, fine. But if he was actually interested, he would still call me back after that and say, there was a crisis in my world. I'm calling you back. I'd love to take you out on Tuesday. How's Tuesday at 7? No? From a man's perspective, be honest, be real. He would really call me back.
Maybe.
No, I don't believe you.
Maybe. Well, I'll tell you why. Because we live in a world where women are successful and some men are intimidated by it. And so if you're one of those women, I'm just saying, for example, if you're one of those women who's really successful and you may end up matching with somebody who needs you to be, quote unquote, the traditional man in the relationship.
Right. So we've run into a big problem here. I hear that. I respect that. I get that. But we've run into a big problem here where a lot of those women still don't want to be the man in the relationship. Like they might be successful in their career and they still want to be treated well, asked out, taken care of sometimes. They're also going to be caretakers, but they want there to be some mutual effort because women make lots of effort. We spend time getting dressed. We spend time putting our makeup on. We spend time pulling everything together, right? A man, you wake up in the morning, you get dressed. Maybe you swap your shirt. You're good to go. A little spritz and a shower. In 2 minutes, you're ready, right? Me, in an hour and 42 minutes, I'm ready. If I'm fast, in 42 minutes, I'm ready. If I'm really fast, in 22 minutes, I'm ready, right? Like there's just, it's so different. The amount of time that a woman will spend to get ready and prep versus what a man's going to do. Like the least he could do is just show interest and ask me out. I know we're modern, but still I like the traditional way. I like that he asks her out.
So
like
maybe
I'm not looking for a man, looking for a gentleman.
Find somebody who's highly agreeable and trainable. If he's highly agreeable, you can teach him how to do that.
Oh, Rabbi.
And the more years he's alone,
we don't want to train people.
I know, but the more years he's alone, the more he's going to need to be trained. It's just a reality.
Oh gosh, we don't want to train people, Rabbi.
Well, then you should have married him when he was 20.
I want you to train them. Can you train them?
I can train them. Absolutely. No problem.
Rabbi's got this. No, really, we don't want to train people. Like it's so hard.
It's hard. But if we would have gotten married when we were 20, then it would be different because we'd both be going through life together and learning all this stuff together. But because we're not 20 and people are choosing their careers over their relationships, and by the time they're already...
Or because it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. Yes.
Okay,
or it didn't happen.
You.
Or
God said no.
Things.
God said no for
God
today.
Said no.
Okay.
But because of the situation and what a lot of people today find themselves in, there needs to be a little bit of a change of the story. And that narrative could be, I would say, find somebody who's highly agreeable because you know that he will allow influence. Some people are very stubborn and they don't allow people to influence them. And train him. And then you'll have what you want.
It's like nails on the chalkboard when you say that. I know
but
that's the
men
second
are very
time you
direct.
said that, and I'm like having this like allergic reaction to this language.
Okay, then the women should hang out with their girlfriends and move on.
No, we would like for men to say what they mean and mean what they say. So like you say, like, oh yeah, call you later. So I guess let's go back to the questioner, right? This person doesn't know when it's a throwaway line versus when it's an I mean it, right? So if you take people literally at their word and they say, yeah, I'll give you a call, right? But you miss their tone. Yeah, I'll give you a call sometime. Nice to meet you, right? Totally like, bye-bye. You're never hearing from them again. Like it was just, they were being polite. And even now, why did they have to say, yeah, I'll give you a call? But they didn't have to say it. They didn't know what to do. And instead of saying nothing or making it awkward, that's what they said, right? But it's not what they meant. And sometimes what people say and what they mean are two different things. And this questioner is saying, I don't get it. Why does it keep happening? So it keeps happening, just to give you an answer to that, because it's not the right person, because the right person wouldn't do that to you. If it's the right person and it's the right match, even if you had a nice time, it might not be for them. And they might be clear that this doesn't work for them and they might have figured it out sooner. Right. And it can also be that you still like them and they maybe will never come around, right? And so we need one side to say no for the whole thing to fall apart. So they're probably being that side and they're saying no. And your job as a dater is to just keep going out, being your lovely, happy, pleasant self. I'm assuming you're lovely, happy, and pleasant, and keep building the conversation, engaging and trying to build a rapport. And with the right person, it's actually going to work. And when they say, I'd love to take you out again, or I'd like to go out again, or would you like to go out again? They're going to say it, they're going to mean it, and they're going to call. But my request to you is, please do not be jaded from these experiences. Please do not bucket and throw everybody into this. Maybe a lot of people are doing this. Maybe a majority of people are doing this to you, but your person won't. So please don't walk away jaded from this situation. That's my advice.
That's good advice.
Okay, we're going to wrap with a blessing, and I am going to give you a blessing that, please, God, may the next person that you meet, when they ask you out again, may they call. May they call.
We all say amen.